Hello, everybody.
Hello out there in YouTube land.
Yeah, I forgot to put the rest of the title up on there. I only got the one bit. I didn't get the rest of it.
Oh,
Heck, I'm not even logged into YouTube on the right account either.
hey, Lake.
Oh, I just hit.
How are you doing this afternoon? Is Bigfoot anywhere around in hearing distance by chance?
We got Dina B. We got Susie D. We got Lake, Jennifer B. Charming, Margaret.
Margaret. Have a drink.
We got another Donna. Let's hit Eric's here. We got Shelly or Shelia. If I got that right, I probably butchered it. We got Buckeye Bob.
I think it's Sheila.
Is it?
I think so. Oh, Bigfoot. Dixie's making cake. We're gonna have strawberry cake.
Hey, Robert, how's it going? Terry King, Connie Carlo. Did you hear it?
Lake Fairy has appeared.
I wish you would shave her.
Well, she has to give me something to put on there. By the way, those who are members, if they go to the members section, there's a spot where you guys can pick a custom sound to be put on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it can't be music because YouTube.
Yeah.
So it has to be like a sound bite of some sort. I heard cake.
Hey, and it's homemade right out of the box. And got strawberries in the fridge too. Mm-hmm.
Are they fresh strawberries?
Yes. Fresh right out of the bag.
Okay. I did hear UK is going digital.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. And our government's closed down. I wonder what will happen when they come back. Or if they do open it back up,
What you figure, 6 months here?
I don't even think it'd be that. There's going to be something that they're going to say, well, it's time that we follow with everybody else, type of thing.
I want to say something right quick.
Is it okay? Remember, we got 15 minutes.
And let's wait till the 15-minute mark.
Okay.
Sandy M, remind me again in 14 and a half minutes. Look, this is twice this has happened, and I don't know why, but about a month, maybe 2 months ago, I had to get me another cell phone, okay? And I'm going through Verizon. And it's been on 2 different, let's say, sites. Matter of fact, the first one was Lake Fairies. Her last live that she done in the up was today on Trust. It would not let me post anything.
Yeah, that's YouTube. They still have a bug. It has nothing to do with your end. It's YouTube.
Okay.
You get that little red thing. It says you could not post, or there's one that says you cannot post anything at this time or something like that.
No, I didn't get nothing.
Oh, usually they tell you.
But, on my phone, I voice text. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I hit it. Nothing, my letters or nothing would come up. It would disappear. And I'm going to say the last 2 minutes of the show is when it let me talk.
I don't know. Unless you're not subscribed and he has it set for, you have to be there for 15 minutes or something.
Well, now this morning when I said something, I had just woke up. I ain't even been awake 3 minutes yet or been on air.
That was like at 2:00.
Look, dude, I'm an old man, okay? But that, I don't know what it is. I can say, in order for me to get something done here at the house that is extremely important, I cannot take my medicine. And if I take it within 2 hours, my head is hitting the table. And I think, well, let me go lay down for about an hour and a half. Shit, I end up sleeping, 3-4 hours. And when I wake up and I walk, I look like a dead burned pinball. I'm bouncing off the walls, door jams, and everything else. I look like a drunk when I first wake up. So I don't know what's going on.
It's just that you ain't awake yet.
I wish it was like that. Something's going on.
I was going to address something for if you're wanting to become a mod or something, and that's not, you have to be a mod or anything like that. I don't want to make anybody feel obligated or anything, but if they want to help out during lives and keep the riffraff out and whatnot, just post down in the comments after the live is over, and we'll see from there.
Can I make a suggestion? And now this is just to think about or whatever. I think if a person is a mod, they need to have their own channel.
Everybody has their own channel.
No, not everybody.
Yeah, they do. Everybody, if you're chatting right now, you have a channel. That doesn't mean if you post or not. Everybody that has an account, that is a channel.
Yeah, but they're not getting up on YouTube.
That has nothing to do with it. It's still a channel. If you never post a video and then you have another account and you post a video, those are still the same two things. They're still an account, and it's you still have a channel. Because I can go to your channel and look at it and it'll say, I have no content. It's still a channel.
Well, now Grace Johnson says she was a mod. Susie said, set me up.
Yeah. And I needed to go through, because I had some mods that haven't been here for ages, and there are some that I really miss, and I wish knew what happened to them and stuff. But it's best if somebody's not here, regularly. It's best not to have that person as a mod. It's because you don't know if that person is what they're doing, and if their channel gets taken over or hacked or whatnot, and they could do damage to a lot of people that way. So it's always good to have a mod that is, I'm not saying like every live they're right there, but you see them every once in a while.
Margaret, don't really have to be a mod. You can come in here. You can chat all you want.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this is just if somebody wants to help out and whatnot.
Wait a minute, I missed that one.
What'd you miss?
What B. Charmin was talking about. I ain't got no pool, so I can't take pictures of me being in the pool. Unless I go raid somebody else's pool. Hey, Peanut.
I think I went and broke my elbow. It's swelling up pretty big.
What'd you do?
I can still move it and everything. It's just really stiff, so I'll have to see how it goes. Most of the time, I just, don't bother with doctors. If it moves and everything,
fine.
Yeah, it'll grow back together. It is now if I moved it and it did look like a little click or a grind, then you kind of have to go get it set and everything.
Well, you're supposed to.
Yeah. But one of the things I wanted, and I don't even know if this is, I came across this thing and it's, I don't even know if it's 100% or it's from somebody in Harvard, a study that they were doing with the economy, and they call it Biden's economy. So I kind of went Biden anonymous or
Biden anonymous.
Yeah, economic. Yeah.
That word.
Just to split them together, which I probably shouldn't, because algorithm probably is not going to do much on it. But like I said, I was reading this article and stuff that they put out, and they're talking about what people can afford to eat right now. And believe it or not, and there are a few things here, and they're kind of making a joke about it, but it's almost serious.
Yeah.
So there we go. 15 minutes. I will start with this now. Okay, these are things that they consider that we can afford now. And number one is a single bean. And
I'm leaving that one alone.
A single bean. Remember, everyone has to share, so slice it up. Number two, ramen with extra water. The water will really bring out the flavor and helps it last longer.
Is that with a straw?
I don't know. Number 3, a nice juicy steak.
Ooh.
From what, a snail?
Let me finish. A nice juicy steak from the dumpster behind
Oh,
Longhorn Steakhouse.
You know, that may be worth checking into.
No.
Now I didn't write this, guys, so this is I didn't like this one, but number 4, your neighbor's cat.
Nah.
Spam's got to be in this.
It's good enough for a certain country. It should be good enough for us.
They can keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Lightly used sushi purchased on Facebook Marketplace.
Hey, I'm leaving it alone.
It's just as good now as it was when it was made weeks ago.
Right.
Number 6, your own words.
You gonna own what?
Words.
Hell, I eat enough of them every day.
It says eating your own words doesn't just help you out of trouble. It's highly nutritious. Yum.
Mine's the opposite. Mine gets me in a lot of trouble.
Number 7, Costco samples. Do they even have samples anymore? It's been a long time since I walked into a store and they had them people out there that would give out samples and stuff.
I don't think I've ever walked in a Costco.
Well, either have I, but I'm talking about normal,
Some of them do. They're
grocery stores.
up on the counter.
Oh, I know Piggly Wiggly does. They have to run me away from the sample bar.
And number 8, a hearty meal of braised quail, shrimp, fresh vegetables, and a glass of finely aged wine. Oh, Biden family members only.
Somebody's gonna get hurt now.
And like I said, this is a whole article, and like it's made to poke fun of our predicament right now of what we have to go through to, and that's the thing when they number 8, when they show all that good food and everything. Oh, it's only for Biden family members. And he's the one that says, "Oh, our economy is fine. We're doing really good," and all that stuff. But he's over there eating all this fancy stuff, and we're scramping by and making our meals stretch. Eating a lot of beans and cornbread.
Oh, you ought to hear me say Vienna weenies too.
But yeah, you sit there and it's kind of poking fun, but it's kind of real. Hopefully not the cat part, but yeah.
Well, the food that we give cats, or cat food, some of it is better than what we eat.
Oh yeah. Them fancy ones where they have that little dish, and then they wear a tiara or whatever them things are. The little crowns on their head.
But let me tell y'all what.
Fancy feet or something like that. Yeah, that's it, Grace.
Fancy food.
My cats don't like that stuff. I've tried to mix it in with their food, and I like I keep wet canned food for the cats for if they're sick or something, because it's easier for them to digest than the dry stuff. But I don't want it to expire, so I'll go and mix it in with their dry food, and they'll pick out all their dry food, and I'll be left with a
mess.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what not to eat, and this is from experience. Dog biscuits. They don't
do that.
Oh, this was about 20, 25 years ago.
Okay. Well, that's better. That's better then, because they didn't used to put the bone meal in the dog food. The bone meal is very bad for humans because it'll actually cut and put little cuts and stuff in your intestines, because you can't.
Really?
Yeah, because you can't digest it.
So they're fixing it to where even the poorest of the poor cannot eat.
Mm-hmm. I've ate Alpo back in the day. And it sounds gross, but you'd be surprised how good you can make a can of Alpo taste.
Well, I'm like this right here. I may not like it, but a person does what a person has to do to survive.
Oh, yeah.
Plain and simple. Wait a minute. Empress, me and Bushcraft was kind of sitting in the back room talking about this or something similar to that earlier. How can you tell what's fresh nowadays? What's not being pumped up full of junk? I'm going to say it like that.
Yeah.
Really? You can't.
Yeah. And there's been a thing going around. Well, they want to change DNA of chickens so they'll be immune to the bird flu, so it won't bother them no more. Well, they've done this in the past for other types of things. Now,
did you take that cake out?
There are things that they could put in.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
The DNA of animals to do this to us. And we're sitting there thinking, how would you know? Even if you had, because if a chicken got bird flu, one chicken, you had to destroy the whole crop and start fresh. Now, where do you get those fresh chickens from? You have to get them somewhere. And how do you know those ones are not the ones that have been altered?
Exactly.
And how do you know this hasn't already been done 10 years ago? Because they always plan ahead. They don't just, oh, I got an idea. It's always planned. So how do we know our animals are 100% not altered?
Pappy Two Bears, if it moves, clucks, gobbles, or oinks. Wait a minute.
Okay, you get this from your neighbor. Okay, how do we know when he goes to get said animals to raise as for meat? How do we know they have been altered? And on top of that, how do we know that the feed that they eat doesn't have something in there to alter them? Because majority of the time, when you raise an animal for meat and stuff, you just don't raise it and let it eat grass on the ground. There are nutrients that they need, and you give it to them in certain feeds. There's mineral blocks and there's all kinds of stuff. And that's the scary part. We don't know any of this because, like I said, it could already been done and we don't even know it yet. I'm not trying to say that's what it is or anything, but how do we know? That's the freaky part right there, is how do we know? And we can't really, there's no really way to know unless you were a scientist that could take a strand of DNA from an animal and you could tell if it's been altered or anything. I mean, look at corn. How many years has corn been altered so it can grow without getting bugs or drought or things like that? Same thing with tomatoes, soybeans, wheat, all that stuff has been altered. Some of it is good. I mean, some of it is to protect it, but what else do we know that it's been altered and stuff like that?
Empress, I agree with you 100%. Regardless, it does taste better.
Oh yeah,
in the grocery store.
Definitely, the grocery store is horrible nowadays.
They add more chemicals to it.
Oh yeah, because they have. Well, it's washed in bleach, the chicken, because in most countries outlaw it. If it comes from the United States, it's not allowed here.
Well, what I don't understand is, why does our FDA allow us to do stuff like this, but other countries will not?
Well, they say it's to protect us.
Yeah, but two words I can say to that.
Well, the thing is, it has reduced the what's that one you get from eating raw or
salmonella? Yeah,
that thing. If you, because they rinse it with bleach and stuff, not to mention the other stuff that's put in there to make it last longer on the shelf. But the fact, just the bleach, it's to cut down on those viruses or whatever it is.
Well, now
stuff.
Now, Connie Carlo also said something I'll agree with. She has two nearby butcher shops, one being Amish owned. And I'm going to say this right here. Let me back up. A person is better off going to a place like that and getting their meat than they are a grocery store. And I'm going to say any grocery store, period.
Yeah. Yeah. And what Connie Carlos says, which if you, the fact that ketchup is really bad for you anyway, the ketchup nowadays, if you make it yourself, it's way better. But yeah, there's a difference between Canadian ketchup and our ketchup. The main one being, the corn syrup crap.
Yeah.
And you notice before we did this, the whole corn syrup thing, we didn't have the obesity and all this other stuff that has come about.
Now, I will say this, and this is, I tell you, a Hispanic Coca-Cola tastes 100% better than a Coca-Cola that's been bottled here in the United States.
Yeah.
It got a better taste to it.
Yeah, and if I'm going to drink a pop now, I don't drink, the name brands. I look for those off brands that are that says 100% cane sugar or something like that. And it's not good for you either, but it's a lot better than that corn syrup stuff.
Now, the Hispanics has got a drink out now. Shit's good. It starts with a J. Yeah, I can't
use something.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's not a Coca-Cola.
Is it like a pineapple thing?
Oh, it's got different flavors.
It tastes like a root beer, maybe.
Yeah, but
Oh.
I'm not sure.
Is that it?
I don't think it is.
Okay.
I don't think it's the name of it. But
Blake says it's a pop, not a soda.
There it is up there, to
No, that ain't it.
Yes, it is.
That ain't how it's spelled.
Okay.
But anyway, you're on the right track, Grace.
Oh, they got dozens of flavors.
Okay, I may have lied. Damn.
Yeah, birch beer is good too. I just had that a couple weeks ago.
Well, Robert, I'm going to disagree with you there. Even though water is better, depending on where you get it. If it's well water, I'd say yes. But if it's city water, no.
Well, I don't drink either one, so.
Oh, I drink well water. Straight up.
Yeah. But you can't say well water is better than anything else because
it's better than water.
I've seen well water worse than Michigan water.
Most well water is better than any city water.
Yeah, there are different. There's a lot of places have sulfur and whatnot.
Yeah,
and it's all dependent. And that's one of the main things is when you go to say you want to buy land, you just don't look at your land. You go all around that property. You go upstream, and it's not really upstream, it's uphill that's connected to your property, and you look around there. There could be a cow farm up there to where all the crap runs downhill. It's going to get filtered, but you're going to still have some of that in your well water.
Well, now there's a town that I know of, Siler City, and it's even come down from officials: do not drink the city water because it's been contaminated.
Flint, Michigan?
Yeah, well, it probably don't have the smell like Flint, but it's probably got all the same ingredients in it. But why have a town if the townspeople has to buy water? If that's the case, why don't the town supply the town people with water free of charge?
Well, they do, but you can't drink it.
No. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If they tell you not to drink it because it's contaminated, then why don't they bring bottled water in and give it to the townspeople?
Well, it's because all their money goes for the
Bullshit.
water that they are supplying.
Yeah. Thank you, Empress.
And like our town here, they got our pipes. They're finding out our pipes are 120 years old, and it's taken them, and it's still in there. And this is just one block that they're trying to repair. And there's people been without water in that area for 2 months now, that they're still fixing that one block. And of course the city guys all have brand new trucks that they drive around in. Brand new 2023 trucks, when they had 2020 trucks last. So in the 2 years, they ended up getting new vehicles, and our streets and stuff are still crap. And anytime that they want to have something pass, like more than likely there's going to be something come up to where, oh, everybody vote yes for this to get our water system, our pipes renewed and stuff. So they will sit there. And the last time we did this, they did this with the roads. They did nothing. The whole town, they did nothing to fix anything in the streets. There could be 2 feet deep potholes. They did nothing to them. And then they brought it up for vote. And of course, everybody said they voted yes to get them fixed. And that came around, not a road was fixed. They had another vote to where they needed new equipment. And of course, everybody voted yes, and they got their new equipment. And that's when they started fixing the potholes and stuff. And that's the sad part about it is, you can call it whatever you want, but I know what it's called. When you hold something over somebody, they have no choice into, yeah, I guess we have to say yes, or you have to pay. And yeah, I mean, 120-year-old pipes, when they've replaced the street, they replaced the sewers and stuff, but they never replaced the pipes. I bet you up New York, there's New York City, I bet you there's some very old pipes in there.
Shit, their pipes is probably so old it was around when Adam and Eve was walking.
Would say there'd be bamboo or anything, but I think bamboo would last longer.
I wonder if anybody really knows. Now, I'm talking the water pipe going through the city, okay? If anybody has really seen the inside of one of them water pipes after 5 years or 20 years of water going through it.
Oh yeah, even your house. You remember the cast iron ones, don't you?
Yeah.
What everything used to be. I mean, even the PVC pipes now, you can cut those into those that's been there for 20 years, and you'll see a rust build up inside those.
Well, not just that. It's like little hairs and mold inside them pipes. People, that's what you drinking. Think about it.
Mm-hmm. That's all my drinking water is all filtered. Yeah, I've never drank anything from a tap. Even well water, it'll go through a Berkey or something like that.
Camo Carl, some bottled water has an aftertaste to it. Some do not.
Mm.
And it seems like the back in the day when they really started coming out with bottled water, all the good water they've yanked off the shelves or gone out of business.
Yeah.
And I'll admit, Blue Mist water used to be some darn good water, but I've not seen none of that in quite a few years now.
Yeah, and if you can find it independent testing, they have Walmart is one of the worst water. I forget, it has a blue label or something. Not the Walmart brand, but it's an off brand, but it's still Walmart. They just call it something else.
Yeah.
That is worse than some water you would get out of the tap.
OP 357 states Walmart water tastes and smells like plastic. That's because they probably keep their water in the trucks for a few years or in the warehouse before they ship it out. And the heat and that plastic after a time does not mix.
I can't remember the name of it, but you just look for an independent Google like an independent water test or a bottled water test or something like that, because I think that's how I found out about it.
It's not.
And Walmart one, the actual one from Walmart is almost as bad, but it's not as bad as that one. And well, look at down in Florida, they had that one where they had that real nice bottle, and they were actually opening the spigot and filling these bottles up, and they were selling them for $3-4, and this was in the late 80s, 90s, something like that. And all it was is tap water, and everybody was like, "Oh, this is the best water ever."
I got something to say to that one. Wait till we get in the back room. It's going to flip you out. But Connie Carlo says Dasani and Fuji are the top two worst in high pH level.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
But that company you was talking about, I know that company quite well. I'll put it to you like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I've done that. I've got regular freezer bags though too, and turkeys is another good thing to keep your freezer cold during power outages and stuff. Because if you have a couple turkeys, those things will keep a lot of your stuff cold.
Yeah. Them suckers are froze through and through.
Yeah. And there is a trick to making sure your turkey has not thawed out and then froze again. If I know it sounds weird, but if you fill your turkey and you run your hands around the turkey real good, and you find flat parts on it, that means it's defrosted and then froze again. Because when it defrosts it and then it's where it's setting on something, it'll have that flat spot where it's been setting and then freeze again. That means that it's been defrosted or somewhat defrosted and then froze again.
Well, you look at it like this. If you fixing to defrost a turkey for Thanksgiving, you damn near have to take that turkey out of the freezer about a week and a half before you cook it.
Yep. I always take mine out a week ahead of time.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric. How's it going?
And if you put your turkey in the refrigerator, you better take it out 2 weeks ahead of time.
Yeah, I watched his live today. I didn't get to watch all of it though. It's a pretty good one. He had a good guest on there.
Me and the wife, we have sat here and we have talked about this time and time again. You know, none of this cancer stuff, or let me back up. You never heard this much about cancer until they started putting everything in plastic.
Oh yeah. You know those chickens that you can get out from Walmart that they cook and they put them in that plastic little tub thing.
Yeah.
They tested one of those because they cook them and they stick them under that hot light for 5-6 hours in a day. And if they don't get sold, they get put in a plastic bag and they get put in the cold section. Well, they've tested those and found out that they're borderline toxic. I hate to tell people this, that they go and get these from Walmart and stuff, but they have tested those. If they sit inside that tub under them heat lamps, that plastic from that tub gets into that chicken and it's borderline toxic.
Now, is this from any grocery store or just Walmart?
That's the one I watched. Said it was the Walmart chickens.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's, and I'm pretty sure if it's in plastic, then it's. And if it's sitting there for 8 hours under a heat lamp, then all that stuff is just going right into the chicken.
Well, now, wouldn't it be the heat that would activate the chemicals of that plastic?
Yeah.
Okay. I know. It just tipped me. That's what you just said. Duh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's, and I've got chicken from that before, and I'm like, oh man, that's horrible stuff. But other than cans, and I'll get to the can part, but other than cans, what in the store is not packaged in plastic?
I can't think of nothing.
There are some glass juices that are still in glass, and there's some glass jellies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just fixing to say there's some jellies and jam
and stuff like that. There are a few things, but very little. Now for the cans, there's plastic inside that can. There's a plastic seal inside there. And there are a heavier amount of that plastic in the pop tops. Cats are being ornery over there. So that's something to think about, and it's getting to where the food that you get at the store is, you don't know how safe it is. I mean, the bread, every loaf of bread, hot dog buns, hamburger buns, all that stuff is wrapped in plastic.
That's a good idea, Lake. Bushcraft, I'll be back in a second.
All that stuff is plastic, and how do we know which plastic is safe, and how do you know, like the bread guy transporting, did he get tired and pull over alongside the road on a hot day and he went swimming in the river to cool off and left the truck locked up, heating up in the middle of the sun, and all that bread in there inside that plastic? That's all it would take. Yeah, there. And I thought it was because my bread molds. But if you get like the hot dog buns or hamburger buns, because I had set a pack of hot dog buns on top of the refrigerator and forgot about them. Almost 6 months later, I found them. They were a bit hard, but I could squeeze them. There was no mold on them. Almost 6 months. How is that possible? How does bread last 6 months on top of a refrigerator? And a lot of people says it's that bioengineered ingredients that is doing that. I don't know. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things that they toss in there to save money, to make things. There's a bunch of that stuff that has weird stuff in it, and it'll say natural flavoring or natural ingredients, but they don't tell you what it is. And a lot of it is oils that are bad for you. Like I said, there's this one lady that I watch, and yes, it's going to be TikTok. She's on TikTok, but she'll go in the grocery store and say, well, you want to get this. So she says, well, let's go in and see. And she goes and grabs stuff and she'll look at it. And then she'll say, well, it says natural flavoring. What is that natural flavoring? So she goes and she looks it up, or I don't know how she finds out what the actual ingredient is. And she says it's some kind of oil or something that is very, very bad for you. And it's okay because it's natural flavoring. And they can get away with that. And it could be about anything.
When I was in the kitchen and I heard you talking and everything,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go back and I'm going to say, how does a McDonald's hamburger last for 20 some years, if not longer, and not get mold on it?
Yeah. That's some good, palm oil. Yeah, that's one of those. Yeah, it's a natural flavoring though. And that's their justification for it.
What about coconut oil? Is that good or is that not good for you?
Depends on the coconut oil, because there are some that's processed.
Okay.
Which means they put stuff in it to make it.
Wait a minute, Connie Carlo, really?
Yeah.
don't even want to go there with you.
I wouldn't doubt it. French fries as candles. we
I've
used to
never
have
heard that.
we had and surprisingly it got fired and wasn't here anymore. Well, most of it's still here, but Long John Silver's. And my son had a friend that worked there, and the oil hadn't been changed for 12 years.
Say what?
Yep.
I
never ate there. Thankfully, I never ate there. But it did catch fire. I'm pretty sure I know where it caught fire. It was probably the oil. 12 years. How did
how is it people wasn't getting sick and going to the hospital?
I don't know. You probably would. I don't know if you get sick or not. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, because the oil gets rank.
Oh yeah, but it's hot enough. It probably burned it off. I don't know. I'm sure there were people getting sick though, but yeah, I don't know if you want to eat them hush puppies. You could smell it though, and there would be people say, "Oh, that smells good." And I'm like, "That's burnt oil." And I thought that before I found out, I thought that they had their fryer turned up too high because you could smell the burnt oil, and then I find out that it hadn't been changed for 12 years.
Well, I used to think diesel smelled good coming out of a big truck too.
Yeah, there's a lot of flavor in that oil. Hey, Misty, how's it going?
Hello, Miss Misty.
But they you go back in time and you eat some of the fast food from 20 years. Well, I'd go further back, 35 years ago. And then you eat it now, and it's like it tastes okay, but it doesn't just it seems like there's something different about it. That why doesn't it taste like? And you're getting old, your taste buds changed. I say ain't changed that dang much. I mean, if I cook something, I can taste it. It tastes good. Now, if I go and if you look at how the burger is made, it's almost like a paste. These were formed into a patty. Now you're gonna go get everybody hungry. Where's your whipped cream?
At the store. We so broke we can't even afford to buy cream to make our whipped cream with. Our cows around here are on strike. Bigfoot is good too.
Yeah, I remember. Well, out west you had Jack in the Box, but I wouldn't eat at a Jack in the Box now from the stories I heard. But they were good. Whataburger was really good. Even McDonald's still had good burgers and stuff, but ain't no way I eat at McDonald's now. No way. I mean, the fact that their fries are so dang small, after you get done with your burger, you get pick your teeth with them.
Yeah, that's about the truth of it.
Yeah.
McDonald's did have the best fries around here. And I'll tell you another food chain that used to be good. That was Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh yeah.
And after they changed names and everything, or however that went about,
KFC.
yeah, dude, I wouldn't take my dog up there to feed them.
Yeah. I remember when I was real little and I knew what Kentucky Fried Chicken was. I used to call it something else. It was Kentucky effing chicken.
No.
I tried to say it, but it didn't come out right. So because I would say it all three together, and that's what would come out. And because I'd say that's where I wanted to go eat. So that was good stuff back in the day.
There, back in the day.
Yeah, back in the day. The best pizza restaurant I think I've come across, Connie, was Pizza Inn, not Pizza Hut. They would put Pizza Hut to shame.
Yeah. Pizza Hut hasn't been good for 20 years at least.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I would get in trouble all the time for wanting to go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah, well, even Dunkin' Donuts, it's not called Dunkin' Donuts anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, now back in the day, Mama,
It's just Dunkin', I think.
Mama went to Kentucky Fried Chicken and bought the biggest bucket of chicken they had with all the fixings. The mistake was I was in the back seat. She handed me the bucket and told me to hold it until we got home. There was 2 pieces of chicken left when we got home.
Whataburger has biscuits and gravy?
We don't have one of them.
Yeah, I didn't know they had biscuits and gravy. I always thought that it was just a burger place. Well, it's been a long time since I had, because that's down south in the west. But I didn't know they had biscuits and gravy.
For a fast food chain, Hardee's has got the best gravy biscuits around.
They're okay. Yeah, I would say yeah for fast food. Yeah.
See?
I mean, nothing can beat a good
home cooked.
I was watching this old lady. She was making biscuits and gravy, and her son's trying to get the recipe, and he said, and she says, how much flour are you putting in?
About this much.
Yeah, and she said that much, and then she was putting in the other stuff, and that was her measuring cup. Was her hand, and then she would do her wiggling and stuff like that, and she'd put lard in there, and she would put some butter in there and mix it all up. And she got the cast iron skillet.
Yep.
And set them in there to where they go around first, and then do the center, and then put the last one in the middle. And then she'd had that other skillet, and she would fry up that sausage, and then she'd make the gravy. She'd pull out them biscuits. Oh man, that's when you wish you could have smell-o-vision.
Sorry about that. I was in the process of chewing. It's hard for a person, it's hard for a person to go back and ask their grandparents, how much of this did you use? How much of that?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you what they'll tell you. a pinch of this, a dash of that, and a cup of this. That was it.
Well, he's asked her, where's your measuring cups?
Yeah.
She didn't have a measuring cup.
Her hand.
Yeah, didn't have the teaspoon or tablespoon or anything like that. It was just all sprinkle and this and dab of that.
All right. I got another one for you.
It.
Yeah, eyeball it. I got another one for you right quick. Your grandparents, and I'm going to use this one. When she made homemade biscuits, if you remember, she would cook homemade biscuits on Sunday, and that was before the dinner. Everybody show up. Wednesday or Thursday, you go back over there, and she's got some biscuits left over from Sunday dinner. They are still just as soft and taste just as good on a Wednesday or Thursday as they did on that Sunday. Can you tell me what one ingredient has changed from biscuits back then to biscuits now?
Biscuits.
Yep.
The lard, you mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's what you said. And this is lard. This ain't no Crisco stuff.
No, this is lard.
I'm sorry because there are people out there that swear by Crisco putting in the biscuits. I would probably have said yes too, but until I found out what Crisco is,
don't even go there. There's a bunch of people out there that don't really know.
It was a lubricant for submarines. It still has the patent for Crisco. It still has the patent for lubricant for the submarines.
Now look, you done went and ruined a whole bunch of people's biscuits. Well, I look at it like this. It ain't killed me yet.
Oh yeah. Which I don't know if it's anything bad that's in it, but the fact that it's been used for.
What about the butter sitting on the shelf?
For lubing a submarine.
The wife just asked me a question I can't answer. Nowadays, when we go to the grocery store, we buy butter or margarine or something like that, and we put it in the refrigerator. Our grandparents used to leave it out on the counter or on the table all the time.
Yeah.
It has changed.
It didn't last long, though. I mean, it wasn't on the table long.
Yeah, because it seemed like there was more biscuits and bread and whole cake being made or cornbread.
Well, yeah, that was because it was cheaper to make bread than it was the other stuff that we couldn't afford, and that's where we're going again.
Yeah, but damn, have you checked out the price of flour and cornmeal lately?
Yeah, everything is up.
The butter sitting on the shelf like at Walmart.
That's right, they do, don't they? Yeah, Dixon just told me or reminded me that Walmart does sell butter, and it sits on the shelf in the bake aisle.
Yeah, it's probably full of
the good stuff.
Preservatives. No, I wouldn't say good. It's Walmart brand.
Okay. I'm not going to disagree. Why is it Walmart can sell so much bad stuff and get good rap for it?
I don't know.
Grace, I wish I had some whipped cream right about now. Bigfoot, I hate to say this, but you lose. I'm taking my last bite.
When's the last time you made gravy, Jeff? or does your wife make the gravy?
Oh, hell no.
He makes it right. I make it sometime.
About a week ago.
I made some tonight. And sometimes I do use the little packet, but sometimes if you have the time and you want your country fried steak to taste extra good, then you make the gravy.
Dude, if you got time to breathe, you got time to make gravy. Period. And
well, usually I don't have milk in the house because
you got powdered milk.
No, well, I got powdered milk, but I don't touch it because it's a prep.
Well, you got canned milk.
Nope.
Well, damn, you better go buy a cow.
Well, there are. I did get milk, and there's only certain milk that I do buy. I don't buy the Walmart or Aldi's milk. It's if you're in Ohio, it's the yellow can. I think it's Smith's milk.
Okay.
Because it's tons better compared to the other stuff. And it might be the same in other states, but I know here it's the yellow container.
Now, quite a few years ago, the best milk to buy was two brands, Pet and Seal Test. The Seal Test had more of a cream flavored to it. Everything else tasted a little bit watered down.
Yeah.
Now you go buy milk from Walmart, it tastes like colored water. I'm sorry. Milk, and there is one milk that was given to us a while back ago, and it tastes more like cream than any other type. The name brand of it is United Milk. I cannot find that around where I live at. I don't know who sells it. Well, they say Food Line sells it, but I've been to 3 different food lines and none of them sells it. Pressure canned milk.
Yeah, that's Rebel Canning.
Jennifer, don't you have to let it, I'm not going to say come to a rolling boil, but as soon as it does, cut it off?
Well, I don't know if Make It Make does that or not.
I've never seen or heard. I talked to her last night. But I got something going in my mind. I got to get her on the phone and bring it up to her if I don't forget between here and there.
We hold these truths to be self-evident. All men and women created by go. You know the thing.
Margaret, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Oh, you okay? By law, well, I'm not gonna say. I will say in this state, okay. By law, a person is not allowed to go to a dairy farm and get milk. But there are some dairy farms who will do this.
Well, yeah, it's the other way around, though. The dairy farmer can't sell it to that person.
Okay. Well, yeah. Either or. I know a regular person cannot get milk from a dairy farm.
Yeah.
But if you can, go for it.
Oh yeah.
The best milk you'll ever take, and especially if he turns that handle on and it's coming out of that stainless steel tank. Oh my God! You think ice cream will give you a brain freeze?
No, you'll get it in your chest though. I used to drink. I got caught drinking it from there, and oh man, it my chest was hurting so bad. It froze my chest from drinking so much of it.
You do. It will make you step back and take a pause, and then you go right back at it again.
Yeah, there you go, Jeff. And I think that's in some states. Some states you can't even do that.
Wait a minute. I have tried goat's milk.
No, buying it for your goats and pigs, not drinking it. Get raw milk. That's what you say.
Okay, I got you now.
There, yeah.
Well, hell, with my luck, they'd follow my ass home, won't know where my goats and pigs were.
Lake got it wrong too, or took it wrong.
Lake, I'm gonna say this right here. Me and you had the same damn thought. When the hell did pigs start giving milk?
Well, they do.
I've never seen a pig milk before.
You never seen piglets?
I didn't say that.
That's milk. It's
okay. Let me back up and rephrase what I was saying. I've never seen pig milk in the damn store.
Okay, that's better.
You know what? Hell! I'm gonna challenge everybody in chat, and I want y'all to take a video of this. Go to your local grocery store and ask them. Whoa. Do they sell pig's milk?
Well, I already can't do that because I can't go in and with a camera running. They automatically kick me out of Walmart.
Hell, I ain't talking about Walmart. They suck to begin with.
That's what I got.
Yeah, that's the only grocery store you got.
Well, I've got the other ones, but they don't have nobody walking around. They're too poor for that.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Go to one of them, like Food Line or Piggly Wiggly.
I don't have none of those.
Somebody said they liked the way I said it with my Southern accent, so I had
what, Piggly Wiggly?
Yeah. I ain't got no Southern accent. All the ones that's got an accent, even though I still can't hear you, but.
He wants his attention.
He knows them cats know who feed them and where they get their love from.
They already ate. Huh.
Carla wants to know, do you have an IGA?
I got about 33 miles away, and it's very expensive.
You know, the closest grocery store we got to us is about 20 miles away.
Oh, is it? Yeah. I've got Aldi's and Bueller's, which Bueller's I only go there. We're talking about milk. He wants his milk.
I dare you to go to Aldi's and ask them for pig milk.
They don't have people working in Aldi's though. It's only the cash register. They're not going to go back there and look for it.
Well, how the damn heck does the groceries get out on the floor? Oh, by the way, breaking news. And I was told for all the people doing self-checkouts at Walmart, you're going to have to start helping unload the trucks to get your groceries now.
I wouldn't doubt it. Don't give them any ideas.
Give them time. Damn, Jennifer, you sound like you about as far back in the sticks as I am. My town consists of $1 General, one convenience store, 4 stop signs. That's it. Oh, a fire department and a post office. But that's it. Nothing else.
Camel Carl, you don't want to try no pig milk? It might taste pretty good. Might be missing out.
Hey, Camo, get down there and root like the piglets do.
No, it might. The milk might taste like bacon.
Oh, hell. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, piggy.
Yeah, Duncan. Yeah. I don't even think they have, they don't, because that used to be a thing. If you remember, you get up in the morning, it was real early, and he would go make the donuts.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name?
Man.
The Dunkin' Donuts guy?
I did 5 minutes ago, and you asking me to remember something that far?
He had the bald hair, and
now which commercial are we talking about?
the dude that always got up in the morning to make the Dunkin' Donuts. He would go make the Dunkin' Donuts. He'd get up early and make the Dunkin' Donuts before it was time, because that was their thing. They were always fresh in the morning.
I can see the commercial in my head, but I cannot tell you the names of nobody. The only one I come close to remembering is Mr. Whipple. And I reckon they could go hand in hand with one another.
Yeah, time to make the donuts.
Yep. Just like Biscuitville, they used to have a commercial about a woman going in at 3 o'clock starting to make biscuits.
Mr. Ripple? Wait, that's the guy who was squeezing a Charmin, wasn't it?
Man, you getting slow. You getting old. I said the only one I could remember was Mr. Whipple. And
I was talking about chat.
Oh. Yeah, Mr. Whipple. Mr. Whipple was the one with the toilet paper. But if you want to break it down, the toilet paper and the donuts do kind of go hand in hand with one another.
Oh, it was Fred the Baker?
Really?
I don't know. I thought he had a name. Well, I guess Fred is a name, but it seemed like it would be something other than just Fred.
Fred's too common.
Yeah, I know. That it could have been, though. Oh, wait. Yeah, it was.
Fred the Baker was actually Michael Vale. Mandy's place said that.
Oh yeah, I remember Where's the Beef too.
A little old lady with Wendy's.
Yep. They actually gave McDonald's and Burger King a run for their money back then when that came out.
Look, I don't care what anybody says, even today, and don't you spoil it for me either, Bushcraft. Wendy's has still got some of the best hamburgers around. Don't say nothing. Just keep it to yourself. I already see the look in your eye.
I already had a Wendy's hamburger today, so.
Oh, okay.
I can't say anything about it. I already know, but.
Claire Peeler, that was that woman's name.
Oh, really?
This woman stood about 4'1". Hell, she was shorter than 101.
Where you at? Oh, hi. Come on. You coming up? You're just going to sit there.
I like the Wendy's hamburger, but when it comes to breakfast, it's got to be Hardee's sausage gravy biscuit. That's it. I'm sorry.
McDonald's did have a good egg McMuffin, sausage egg McMuffin with
Who
cheese.
come out? Wait a minute. I got to say here.
How do we always do this?
Who
We
was
did it
the
again.
first one to come out?
Wait, Jeff, we did it again.
What we did? Talk over one another?
It's food again.
And you know damn sure as hell is, ain't it?
We always end up getting into the food. We would talk about zombies, and it would go back over to food.
Well, who was it that come out with the croissant first? Was that Burger King?
Yeah, I think so.
Man.
And Peanut, did you get some pig milk?
I think you had to go see if they sell pig milk. But hey, if you got pig milk, did it come from a sow or did it come from the other one?
The other one?
Yeah, he's laughing. Boar. No, well, hell, boar could be either or. I'm trying to say here that, damn, of course I did, Bush.
Well, actually, it's after, because I usually eat at 5, or I start cooking at 5. And when I do, I have every one of the cats in there watching me cook.
Beach almond, let's don't even get into the almond milk, please. As Lake Ferry says, nut juice.
Yeah, I'd rather have the coconut milk. I don't know. It doesn't taste right to me.
Bob Evans. You know how long it's been since I ate a Bob? How long it's been since I even saw a Bob Evans restaurant?
Well, isn't the Bob Evans the same thing as Bob's Big Boy? Or did it come from Bob's Big Boy?
I cannot answer that question. I don't know. Connie, really? How many almonds does it take to make a gallon of milk? All of them.
Oh, B, is it 2 different places? Yeah, I wasn't sure because I always thought it came from Bob's Big Boy. And just so happens I knew the guy who stole the Bob's Big Boy statue in front of Zanesville down there. I don't know what he did with it though. Oh, so it is different. Okay.
Okay. OP 357 says all they got is a Chick-fil-A.
It's better than McDonald's.
The hell, anything's better than McDonald's.
True.
We what was it? That's about 4 years ago. I used to love Arby's roast beef. Okay.
Oh, it used to be really good.
And
their
used to did be.
Their barbecue sauce used to be good too.
But what turned me against it, me and the wife were sitting there in the booth inside the Arby's, okay? And a woman was going to get a cup to put her drink in. And she pulls out a whole damn slew of them, puts them in her mouth.
The lid.
No, I'm talking cups.
Oh.
And puts them in her mouth. And then takes about half of them, pulls one from the inside, puts the rest of them together, and shoves them back in the cup dispenser. I get up and I go to the manager and I tell him what happened. He walks over there and pulls 3 of them out off the top and puts them on the bottom. He said, "Is that sufficient enough?" I said, "I'll never eat here again."
Yeah.
You know, we the next go round, we're going to have to do our best not to end it up with food.
We keep saying that, but it always ends up.
Yeah, I know. How long we been doing this?
A good while.
I mean, starting started out with zombies and well, if you think about it,
Well, I didn't get started with the zombies yet. But
Yeah,
that's why I said we could talk about zombies and end up with food.
Mm-hmm.
well, zombies and food does go hand in hand if you think about it.
Yeah.
I think me and Bushcraft has been doing this stream, what?
Going on 2 years.
Not quite.
Yeah, I think it.
A little less than a year and a half. I ain't drinking no zombie milk. You can hang it up now. Now, if we had a cake in hand, you know, I may snatch the cake.
I don't stack. I mean, I have some, but I don't. You know, I rather put it toward stuff that I can actually eat. Because I don't, and there will be, like, if things go bad, there will be people that you could trade silver for, but majority of the time it's going to be trading for stuff that you can use. Because you have to think, go back in time. There are people that got paid by, you know, coin and silver coins and stuff like that, but majority of the time it was say there was a doctor, he got paid by chickens and eggs and things like that. Very seldom did he get paid by silver coin or gold ingot or something like that.
They bartered for it back then.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody, I want you to go and hit that like, subscribe, and share button. That helps Bushcraft out a lot. Thank you. Now, back to our commercial.
Oh, you remember when there used to be like the AM, or not AM PM, but A&W
Root beer
places where you drive up and they'd come out and take your order. They'd have that little trays that set on your window.
That's called Sonics down here.
Well, they did have Sonics, but I'm talking older, not this newer stuff.
I don't remember the A&W now.
Okay, that must have been up here because the drive-ins. And Sonic is it's not the same as it used to be. It's more
God no.
fast foodish.
their food don't taste.
Yeah, I know that one, but I was wondering if they, and they have Sonic further toward Columbus too. But that one, it's been a while since I've been to that one. And they still come out there and take your order and everything.
Are they on roller skates?
There were a couple. There were a lot of them that were walking though. And Camel Car, so they still have them up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the A&W must be up north type of thing.
What? Now look.
Oh, but not the drive-in types. Okay.
I mean, are they known for hamburgers and hot dogs? Are they known for like Philly cheesesteaks? Stuff
No,
like that?
it's burgers and stuff.
Oh, okay.
They have the shakes and whatnot too, though.
We a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
Like if we had a yard sale or whatever, like a multi yard sale, family yard sale,
Yeah.
we would get together and we'd go buy hamburgers and make our own slaw and chili and stuff like that, and we'd put the condiments out on the table, let everybody do it like that. We got shut down for doing that shit. They said it was unsafe.
Oh, I used to love Wiener Schnitzel.
Well, I've heard the
A-frame building.
Like I said, I've heard the name,
and it was hot dogs. Yeah, their main thing was the hot dogs.
Oh, okay. Fuddruckers. Did y'all ever have a Fuddruckers up there?
Yeah, I had not up here. I had it out west.
Believe it or not, Fuddruckers was good, but they got shut down.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
I ate there one time, and it was pretty good.
Oh, what says he got it down there?
Y'all still got a Fuddruckers there? Now, is it as clean now as what it used to be? In other words, do they have a sneeze bar? What you do is you go up to the counter, you order, this way it was when I went. You would order a certain type hamburger. You'd pay for it right there at the cash register. They would give you a bun with a burger on it. You turn around and go to the buffet and put what you want on it.
Oh. They had something like that, but it was called a Bilderburger type of thing you would build. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I think Dig Deeper said they got a Five Guys up there where he's at. And
yeah, they don't got that down here.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Five Guys is extremely expensive. The prices they charge is like a 5-star restaurant.
It better be a good burger for that.
And now I don't know about up there, okay? I'm going by what I've been told down here. That's some of the worst burgers around, and it is packed with calories. My doctor, after I got out of the hospital, I had mentioned something about, I loved hamburgers. They told me to stay away from Five Guys on kind of my condition and everything, or I'd be right back in there.
I've never been either.
$10 for a fry at Five Guys.
Oh.
Wait a minute.
Nope. Them potatoes ain't that good.
Hell no, they not.
They
$10
better
for-
have cheese and chili and a whole meal inside that French fry.
No, they don't. That's what I'm talking about. They got a 5-star price. And we know who's making the money then. Bigfoot said he loves Five Guys. I can't do it. Wait a minute. Hold on. Lake Ferry. Like $50 to $70 for burger, fries, and shakes. They are thin burgers and all natural beef and potatoes. I don't care if it was 16 inches thick and a foot round. I ain't paying no $50 to $70 for a burger.
No, we don't. Not here. They may have them in like Columbus or Cleveland or something like that, but not in this area. Will you shush up?
Oh, Lake Ferry. I want you to answer a question for me, please, if possible. Whorehound candy. How much is it for a bag where you at?
79 cents.
Bullshit.
It is at Ollie's.
Dude, I'm sending you some money to buy a case.
I just make my own though.
Bigfoot, I'm gonna be straight up. I've never ate Five Guys. My wife let me eat Five Guys, and my doctor told me not to. Oh, I know I can make my own, but the point of the matter is, I got a friend living in another state. They was telling me that a small bag was like $6.
Oh no. Yeah, it's the most I've seen it is 99 cents. Is this 79 cents the last time I was in there? I didn't get any because they have like root beer and some other kind of flavors and stuff.
Well, now here, I think the last time we bought something was like $1.99 for a bag. You know,
that's
all depends on where you get it at too. So.
Well, and I told that person I would send them some. And she, look. You know, I do voice texting, right? I'm not going to tell you the person I talked to last night, but I told that person said that she was feeling good and their throat was hurting. And I voice texted her. I said, well, get you some whorehound candy. And the way it's spelled originally was not the way it was spelled on voice texting. And we got to talking on the telephone. And I flat out told that person, you know, I was sorry if she took it the wrong way. And they all was laughing. They knew what I meant.
okay. I want to say something real quick. I'm really sorry to hear about Bunky.
Yeah, she's done something to her arm or something.
Yeah, I was hoping it wouldn't have been too serious. And it seems like just the little spills are the worst ones. My son had the same thing. He was on one of those little scooters. It's just one of those ones you pedal, and it's like a 3-wheeler. And it slipped out from under him, and he fell down on his arm, broke it. He's fell out of trees and bounced back up and never even bothered. And then seems like just those little bumps
Getcha.
will do it. But
Now, I saw a thing where she looked like she was laid up in the hospital bed, but I thought it was something like a routine thing she was going.
well, she was getting marshmallows, and she got up on a chair and fell.
Yeah.
Well, I bet.
I watched her when they did that.
Well, make sure everybody says a prayer for her.
Yeah,
Is she still in the hospital?
I think so.
Well, she has to get surgery. I don't know.
Oh,
She's in
wow.
the hospital now or what.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, if Bunky's watching, prayers go with you. I'm sorry that happened. I really am.
Bunky's the little one of the Vineyard Chicks.
Yeah.
She's the gardener of the bunch too.
Mm-hmm.
She's the one who's wide open all the time. And that's a crying damn shame what YouTube done to her too.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's weird how one time it just will be a really bad break too.
I did not even see that Grape Jams was in here until you highlighted that. And I apologize for not recognizing you earlier.
Yeah, I was trying to keep up with the chat there, and I didn't, because I heard people asking, because I was going to ask, and then I found it up there.
Well, even though now we know that Bunky is hurting and everything, will there be a live tonight or not?
It's scheduled. I've got it selected over here. Yeah, it says 9 o'clock.
Okay, because we all know stuff can happen.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Ornery.
I got to bragging when I was working one time. I was doing electrical work. I've never, ever had a broke bone in my body.
Don't go and say that. That's asking for it.
See, I can't say that now because they put me in a little small, narrow ditch with a tamp. Never in my life have I operated a tamp. Do you know turning one of them things around, and when it tamps your foot, it's going to tamp that thing about 20 times before you I had 3 broke toes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep, I've had both feet under that thing because that's the way I used to. I was real skinny, so I would put my feet on the top of the whatever the stamper thing, and I would ride it like a pogo stick. But every once in a while, that thing would pop up, and then my feet would go under it, and it'd go, bah, 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 and I would go,
These things are fast.
I know.
Thank God Muhammad Ali wasn't that fast when he was boxing. I want a pogo stick with a plunger on it for when shit really gets bad.
You would get stuck right there.
With my luck, I would try to go from the floor to the toilet and end up the pogo stick getting stuck, and I would end up in the toilet. That's how my luck goes.
Yeah, we were talking about broken bones the other day.
Oh, Lord.
Where were we at when we was talking about broken bones?
Was it broken bones or was it fractured bones?
Well, I've had both. Like my pinky toes, I've broke those so many times. But a couple years ago, I broke my foot. Well, I sprained my foot, and it sprang so bad that it actually broke the toe bone. When I rolled it, it actually broke the toe bone that comes up in here. And I didn't know it because my foot was all swelled up from the sprain. And when I went in, by the time I went in, it was already healing over. Yeah.
I've had both of my ankles fractured so many times and I'm going to be safe in saying each one of my feet has been fractured at least 20 times apiece. And from the first one up to the last one, it ain't no fun at all.
Other than that, I've had my ribs cut. Actually, it was in a fight. The other person had a baseball bat with nails sticking out of it.
Oh my goodness.
And I dodged, and the nail came down and sliced my ribs.
You're lucky. That's all I can say.
Oh yeah, and if I didn't roll out of that, it would probably got stuck in me.
Yeah, it would have probably punctured a lung.
Oh yeah. Oh man, it hurt like, yeah.
Yeah. If a lung gets punctured, would they have to do a trach on that? If a person gets a lung ruptured or cut or something like that, punctured, would they have to put a trach on it?
You mean the thing that you cut out?
Well, you can do a trach in your neck and you can do a trach in your lungs.
Well, I didn't know about no trach in the lungs, but they put a needle in there too, because it instead of inflating,
right,
it collapses. So that once you put the needle in there, and then it goes
back up,
and then it fills back up. And I think that one was Lake. Thank you, Lake, for. I don't know why it says a sponsor, but it's pretty much the same thing as a member. Yeah, this is here's who you should ask for this. Be Charming, because remember she got all the medical ones when we did the trivia.
Okay, she said not necessarily. They can inflate the lung through the ribs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is time for us to head over to the Vineyard Chicks. Let me go ahead and get their link, because the other two girls are going to go live.
Okay.
And well, that was weird. It posted before it was saying it was posted, and want everybody to say a good prayer for Bunky. Hopefully, it's a very easy. I don't know if there is such a thing. Easy.
Painless.
Yeah, painless would be better. Surgery. Because I don't think there is a good surgery. But if it is, if it does fix the issue, it's a good surgery. Yes, pray for a speedy recovery. Because trying to keep that girl down,
Rough.
she's going like 190 miles an hour all the time.
Well, the younger they are, the quicker they heal.
Yeah. My youngest son broke his arm at the shoulder, and he had to, and they didn't want to do a surgery or anything, so they wrapped his arm like this. Well, you can't really see it like that, and he couldn't move or anything, and just leaving it like that for it to heal, and it healed fine. But let's all head over. Again, I'll post a link. Vineyard Chicks are still going live. We'll go over there and listen to some good music. They said, I think yes, they do have a list. Oops, and there it went. Oh, I think they're live now. So let's all head over there. And we'll be back. I'm not sure if I have a guest Wednesday or not, but we'll be back over at Jeff's on Thursday.
Yep.
And he's already got it set up, ready to go. He's all ready for his live Thursday. So please head on over to Vineyard Chicks, and we will catch you on the next one. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out with us. I know we ended up with talking about food again, but...
And we probably will Thursday night too.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the link again. Susie D. Right there. Hopefully you guys can see that. Can everybody see that in chat?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
I looked at the YouTube.
Okay. And we will catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Bushcraft family,